How did I get it from the local shop? I called them up. They said they had it. I wasted no time. My credit card literally bounced because it said it was fraudulent. This was on a weekend. My credit card company is closed. The credit fraud location, the ones that deal with big purchases like this, my heart was broken. So I called my wife. You know, I had to call mommy.
No.
A special introduction. Say hello. Say hello to what has to be one of my greatest purchases ever. Ever. Okay, finally we got our Sony A1 Mark II. Yeah, hey, listen, I ain't lying to you. I'm just telling you. I'm not lying to you. Sony A1 Mark II, man. It's been hell and high water to actually get this, and I'm happy that I actually got it. And right now we're rocking the 85 millimeter f 1.4. So as far as quality shots go on the Osmo Pocket 3, okay? So FYI, whatever you see here is the quality you're gonna get. I was literally in the search for a new camera, and you guys know that I was able to get the A9 Mark III. And if you did watch that video, the video did state that the reason why I got the A9 III over the Sony A1 II is because we got what? Availability, guys. Availability. We got availability, y'all. All right? It's possible to get an A9 III. It is quite literally impossible to get an A1. Right now, they are all sold out. You cannot find them anywhere. This was hell to get. So yeah, we even put on the extended eye cup. I already did an unboxing, but I did lose the video and I don't have the footage anymore. So yeah, there's that. It's fine.
They ask you how you are, and you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never understand.
And I honestly want to say that the journey to get this was a lot. And I'm going to tell you exactly the story of how I got it. How did I get my A1 Mark II so early compared to everybody else that is in back order? If you are looking for A1 Mark II, it is in back order. And for all those that know, I know what you know what I'm talking about. So you can't find this anywhere. So how did I get it? I was able to find a local store. I would suggest you find your local stores that have camera gear. It's best to call ahead instead of just going there, even if you see like, oh, well, we have one in stock or we sell it here as well. Just call them just to make sure. So I was able to call this store called, I really want to get the names. Shout out to the store that I bought this from. I'm going to put that right now in the video so you guys can see it. So big shout out to them. They helped me out a lot. So I called the guy and he was like, yeah, we have one available, but hold on, let me ask my boss. I don't know if it's available for sale. Immediately, I was like, damn, he might not sell it to me. So as soon as he got back on the line, he said, call me back. Ring, 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 calls me back immediately. Yeah, we have it and we have one available and my boss said it's okay to sell to you. So I immediately, you ready? Jumped in the car. Said, oh, I'm coming today. I'm coming right now. Coming to get it. One left. And they got theirs shipped to them from Sony themselves. So they only had one there. Okay. Everywhere, if you look on the A1 Mark II, everywhere you look, Amazon, eBay, and I want to say Amazon and eBay because those are the only places that sell it right now. And even Walmart. Walmart has it for sale, but with a third-party company. I think it's 6th Avenue Electronics. So they're overpricing it. $10,000. They try to sell it as it comes with a kitted lens, and you have to buy it as a package. Mainly on Amazon. I've seen it for $9,000, $8,000, the lowest, but $8,000 with just the body, and then $10,000. So I bought this for the retail price of $6,400. With the tax, came out to like $6,800-ish. I was very lucky. I pretty much gave back my A9 Mark III, and the reason why I gave it back was because the quality that I wasn't getting from that camera was nothing compared to what I'm getting now from this camera. So I realized that the speed is cool, but that is not even for a niche person. That person does not exist. I'm sorry. That person does not exist. The person that uses it is literally not real. You have to be shooting specific things. Yes, they say sports. I agree. I can see sports in that, but this does sports as well. Birds and wildlife is probably the only thing I would say something really fast moving, twitch muscle moving. Cause for 120 frames per second, you're going to need that twitch muscle type shooting. And I get that. That I would definitely agree with that. It's necessary for the A1ii III, physically capable of, shooting with any lens that you have that's Sony. And I was getting some shots with my daughter's gymnastics. And then it wasn't until I realized, like, when the trophy ceremony happened and the kids were getting the trophies, right? And I was trying to capture some low light, some nice shots, and it was just not working. And when I say it was not working, I mean it was not working. And plus, I had a 2.8 aperture lens, which was my OSS lens, which is literally for shooting sports. Like, if you want to shoot sports and you want to get a good distance, a good focal length, you need a 70 to 200 Mark II. Everybody needs that. I think everybody should have that in their arsenal. When it comes to the 24 to 70, I was having a lot of issues finding things to shoot. And it wasn't the distance that was the problem. And even vlogging with it, it's a heavy lens that I was like, you know what, I'm not going to get it. So I got another lens coming real soon. And you guys probably know what it is. Today is the 12th and it doesn't come out to the 8th of next month. So, but not to jump around the story, just to talk about the A1ii III compared to this. And I've experienced the A1ii III for about 2.5 weeks. And the reason why I gave it back and I sent it back was because it just wasn't fitting my niche. The niche person that the A1ii III is for those guys that are shooting birds, and that's about it. I literally can't see any other reason. And golf swings and things that might happen really fast, but again, this would do golf swings, and this will probably even do birds just as good, but the quality would be so much better. As soon as I got this camera out of the box, I did not even think twice. I put it in auto mode just to see, and quality came out crazy. I had a 50 millimeter 1.2 lens, G Master lens, and I ended up returning it back because I did more research and I found out that the 85 millimeter 1.4 is the lens to have for like portrait shots. I'm not using the 50 millimeter to vlog. I'm not using the 50 millimeter to do this, right? With the lens that I'm thinking about getting, it'll definitely have the replacement of all the other focal lengths as far as like primes go. So yes, we are looking at the 28 to 70 to f2 aperture lens. We're going to get a credit back from B&H. So what I'm planning on doing is using that credit to buy that lens. All right. 28 to 70 f2 would definitely work with a shot like this instead of me using my Osmo Pocket as my A cam and using my Osbot as my B cam, which you guys see over there. It's kind of crazy to use it and not have one of these cameras on you. So this is the first and last time that you guys will see me, making a shot like this, unless I am showcasing the lens that I'm about to showcase in the next video, which is the 85 millimeter 1.4 and my experience and the shots that I did get. So you guys will get that full video coming soon. This lens is newer than the 50 millimeter 1.2. This is the reason why I gave it back, because obviously technology advances, motors get old, so I might as well get something that's brand new and utilize that for the time that it is, kind of like a future proofing, if you will. So this lens lasts me for the next 4 years, maybe 5, depends on what comes out next, right? And the technology, right? So this is definitely gonna last me about 4 or 5 years, this camera. I did say that I would only switch this camera out if the FX3 Mark II came out, but then I realized unless they came out with a crazy sensor, 40 megapixel sensor is the only way I would do it. With the same, you could just literally put the sensor at 40 megapixels and I would get that FX3 if that was the case. If it came out that good, I would definitely trade this in and get the FX3. They'll probably have that FX3 sold for like $5,000. And this would definitely make my money back, and I would be able to sell this for about $5,000 and get just even swap, because that FX3 would definitely be worth it. So my goal is to not scratch this up, not mess up any of the areas, clean up whatever I need to clean up if need be, and keep the shutter always closed. Obviously, as you can see, the guy already gave me like a screen protector in the back, so I'll never have this scratched up. And I do have a cage and I have accessories that I do want to show you guys very soon. So we'll be recording on this, and then we'll be using this camera as a B-roll cam. We'll probably put it somewhere right here, like where the eye spot is, and we'll record it as a B cam for our unboxing. So that's the story of the A9 III, why I gave it back. I found it unnecessary to have, and instead I wanted to pick this up. I really wanted this badly, but again, we couldn't find it anywhere, and now that we finally found it, we finally got it. Okay, so here are some of the shots that I do have for you guys. If you guys want to check that out, I'm going to post some shots up real quick for you. This camera makes it look like I'm literally in a photo shoot, and I didn't have any lights. This was all automatic white balance. This was just a couple edits. My wife took this picture and this picture, and these are all just edits, right? Like the quality of the camera was able to capture me with its megapixels. Now, not necessarily saying that the color scheme was great, so I had to put some coloring and some editing with the Sony. I used the Sony app, and that app is super slow. I do want to invest in a Photoshop one, but I don't know about paying $140 a year. I don't know if that's worth it. So if you guys let me know if Lightroom is worth it, and I'll definitely probably look into that. I would love to get a free subscription for Lightroom, so I don't want to pay. That's a lot of money. You know what I mean? For something that I might not use every day, I'm not going to be always editing photos. So I'm more so a videographer. So I know that Final Cut Pro was a good investment. Me making this video, I use Final Cut Pro. So let me put this lens on. I could use Lightroom on my Mac, but I'm thinking about, why do I need it right now when I could use the Sony, and it did a good job editing some of the photos. You kind of got to get a good shot first, and then it can do like light edits and stuff like that. But I could see that Lightroom could literally fix a photo as long as it's not overexposed. So yeah. Now, me getting this came about, and we're going to tell you the rest of the story. How did I get it from the local shop? I called them up. They said they had it. I wasted no time. My credit card literally bounced because it said it was fraudulent. This was on a weekend. Okay. My credit card company is closed. The credit fraud location, the ones that deal with big purchases like this, $6,800. Let's just say $7,000. Okay. When they deal with something like that, they have to be open. They only open Monday through Friday. I bought this camera on a Saturday. I remember this story like the back of my hand because it was almost embarrassing, and like my heart was broken. So I called my wife. You know, I had to call mommy.
No. No.
Mommy heard the voice. She's like, "You sound sad." So I said, "Yeah, I'm really sad because the credit card company said that I can't do anything about this until Monday." Yeah, Monday. So I had to wait till Monday. Mind you, that weekend, my kids had a gymnastics meet, so I was really eager to get a camera for the gymnastics meet. And on top of that, we already sent back our A9 Mark III. So I had no camera for this. I was going to end up using the Osmobot, which is not a problem. The Osmo Pocket is really good. You know, it's a really good camera, but it would never have done good for the sports. This is a vlogging camera. This is a camera that you can probably use for a B-roll, which is really good quality. And then, you know, the Osbot doesn't do that either. Even though, let's say I took it with me and I was able to record my daughter with it, quality would have been trash. So, mommy heard my cries, and then she said, well, and this is my thought process, right? I'm like, oh, damn, I had one card to use. Da-da-da-da. Okay, boom. She said, why don't you use other cards? I said, that's a great idea. So I put 4,000 on one card. I put 1,600 on another card. I think I put like another 500-600 or something like that on another card. And then I ended up getting this bad boy here. I was super ecstatic when I got back home. I do not regret buying this camera. I'm going to utilize the shit out of this camera. Literally. This camera is going to be a workhorse for me. We are going to get the 28-70 f2. So these talking heads will look a lot better eventually. But I think there's no prime lens better than this 85 millimeter. The shots that I got from these were ridiculous. they were such a good focal length. Like even distance shots were really, really good at 1.4. And then when I closed the aperture to like f5.6 or 4, I was able to get clean shots. Okay. Now low light, I'm not an experienced photographer, so when it comes to low light for this camera, I don't know it too well. Like we took some shots that weren't great, but they were a good shot. It was a good shot, but it was like for a low light shot. So it's like one of those shots that you keep dark and you just kind of, I guess, you know what? I guess if I use Lightroom, that shot would have been a lot better. I'm gonna put the shot up right now and you let me know if I could fix that with Lightroom. If I can, please comment below. Could Lightroom fix that? You know, needed this camera for that meet, and we got the meet and we got the actual video. I'm gonna post that video just in case. If you have kids that like kids channels on YouTube, they do gymnastics, my kids, so you can watch them there. We're gonna next now make the video for the G Master 85mm 1.4. Thank you guys for watching this video. I appreciate you. You guys are awesome.